I can tell you something that I've coined. I've coined a term that maybe other people have coined, and I call it Shtetl trauma. So it's not really the Holocaust exactly, but I think that whenever I meet like a Jewish friend, I have a friend in Vermont, and he said, like, I don't know what it is. We're in Vermont. It's like, yet my children are so neurotic. Like, and I would say Shtetl trauma. Like, I truly believe there's this epigenetic passing from some of these struggles that you really didn't hear that much about. Like, probably grandma was traumatized by her experience, and it comes out. So the bigger thing, I think, is this, what I call Shtetl trauma. I think that the characters in a lot of our families and the strange issues come from somewhere. As far as the Holocaust goes, it wasn't very discussed. So I did bring Saul to do the kind of Spielberg. I initiated cousin Saul to get interviewed, and that was really difficult. Like, every family has, even there, it's like a narrative. On the one side, you have the survivor, and pretty much every survivor has letters they sent to families, and every family has justifications for why they couldn't help. And that's a narrative too. It's a tragic thing, like how much they understood what they could do. So we had that kind of thing. It wasn't terribly discussed, but it could burgeon up. I mean, epigenetics has really like been talked about in the last 10 years. And it was like a complete bell went off when it was understood that trauma can be passed along in your genes. Because and humans are complicated and strange. So some of it may not be epigenetics, but just genetic things. But I feel like you can really observe with time. I'm sure many cultures, not just Jews, have certain things, but I think there's a share of behavior. Once I got into the Wall Street Journal for a project I was doing, and I remember I went to an endodontist. He's Jewish too, and he was like, he's a funny guy, and he said, I can't believe you're in the Wall Street Journal. This is like incredible. And I said, well, whatever, it's no big deal. Like, just keep it. Something like, I might have even said like, look, whatever, we're all going to die. It's just like a thing. And he was like, I realized, oh, he's not like this. He was just, I could really see that I have this thing. That to me is a Shtetl trauma thing. It's like, don't make a big deal. The shoe could drop anytime. That all seems really able to be observed now. I don't know if everybody feels that, but he didn't. I don't know why. He was much more excited than I was.